Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to use a wildcard for routes in Laravel PHP. So let's get started. So firstly, as usual, I have created a simple Laravel application. I have not changed anything. Now the first thing which I will do is, if you want, you can remove the HTML from welcome. You can just go to welcome.blade.php, which is present inside resources folder. And if you want, you can just remove this body as well as this particular head, and here you can write your own HTML if you want to. So suppose if I just write hi, and here I'll just close this HTML tag, sorry, h1 tag. And if I now refresh, I already have my server running using PHP artisan serve. So here you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can still see it because my video recorder always blocks this particular view. So let me just resize it. Okay, so hopefully it should be visible now. So here you can see our index page is now just showing hi. Now the next thing which we will have to do is we'll have to create a folder in resources. So I will go to resources, I'll go to views, and here suppose I'll just create one simple folder called Pokemon. Okay, and inside Pokemon, first I'll create this index.blade.php, index.blade.php. Now inside index.blade.php you can just write normal HTML5 code, so something like this. And here is our h1, and I will just do h1 over here, and here we can just write Pokemon. I'll just save this. And now if I go to this particular endpoint, our 8000 slash Pokemon, okay, so sorry, we have not set it inside our web.php. So the next thing which we'll have to do is we'll have to go to web.php, and we'll have to tell okay, we have this particular route. For whenever the user goes to this slash Pokemon route, I need you to render this particular HTML file. So it is named as whatever is it is inside your view. So inside my views folder I have this Pokemon folder, that's why I'm using Pokemon, and the file name is index, so that's why I'm using index over here. Now if I try to refresh, here you can see I'm able to see Pokemon. Now I need I will just create some simple array of Pokemons. It won't be anything fancy, so don't get your hopes too high. So I'll just create something simple, so something like this array of Pokemons. Okay, and here I will just give it some name, like an array, right? So I want something like this name as well as type. So yeah, here, and I think I have to add a comma, right? Semicolon, sorry, not comma. Okay, so okay, I think I'm missing one bracket. Let me add that. Okay, so here you can see I have just given a name as well as a type, and now I will also give it some ID as well, because I need that particular ID. I will be using this particular ID to navigate to a different page. Okay, so here I will ID is 2 and here ID is 3. Okay, so pretty simple till here. Now we firstly need to render this array of Pokemon inside this Pokemon index page, right? So to do that, all we need to do is we just need to pass those particular things as an array. So we'll just add this, and here we can just add Pokemons, dollar of Pokemons. Now we need to render this array of Pokemons inside our index.blade.php. So for this we will have to use a for each loop. So here you can see it has already given me the code. Basically whatever Pokemons we are getting, we are just getting the name, the type as well as the ID. Now here what we can do is we can just wrap this whenever a particular Pokemon name has been pressed, I, instead of a p tag, I will give it an anchor tag. Okay, and I will close this anchor tag as well. Rest of the items, the type and the ID are displayed inside paragraph tag. So it's up to you how you want to display it. And next, once anytime this anchor tag has been pressed, so what I'll do, I will go to slash Pokemon, okay, slash, and then double two curly braces, opening and closing curly braces 2, and we just get whatever is the Pokemon ID, and we are like navigating to that particular page. So I'll just save this for now, we have not created that particular id page. So I will just refresh this. Here you can see I'm able to see our Pokemon. Now if I just press on this, here you can see we are getting an error because we have not created this page yet. So first we'll have to create this page. Now the id can be dynamic, right? So we can't really hard code that particular id page. So the first thing, we can name it whatever we feel like. So it's up to us what we want to name it. So yeah, it depends on you. So basically I will so the file name can be simple, so I can just name it as show.blade.php. okay, and here I will just again create an HTML5 syntax, and inside this I can just uh, keep this something like this. But we are not passing the name, we are passing the id, right? So again we are not passing this entire thing. Sorry, I can just remove. I'm just passing the id. uh, so hopefully you get the point. So you can do something like this, $id. okay, because if you remember, we are actually only sending this id. The id we will get it from the url, right? And now we need to render this particular page. So we'll go to web.php again, and here we'll have to write again. It has given me the thank you ai. So here basically we are just doing route.get slash pokemon, and whenever this is a wildcard, okay, so slash id, and here we are creating a function. So we are getting the id which has been present inside the url, and then we just return pokemon.show. So this particular page will render show.blade.php, and we are just, then whatever id we are getting, we are passing the id, and inside show.blade.php we are just rendering the id. So yeah, that's it. Now some of you might be wondering, what if I want to display the pokemon name? So typically you in a real application you won't hard code this kind of a data, right? You will fetch this data from an api call to your database, or directly from your database, however you prefer. Now once you have the id, again you will make an api call over here to your database with the help of this particular id, because you already have the id, right? And with the help of that you can get the actual details, and then you can pass those details to over a blade.php file. But yeah, just for simplicity's sake I'm just using the id. So hopefully you got the point. Now if I just quickly refresh this, and if I do Pikachu, which has the id of 1, so here you can see 1 was displayed. Similarly for Charmander, 2 was displayed, and Squirtle, 3 was displayed. So hopefully you got the point how we can use wildcards or send data from one page to another page. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.